Understanding linear function. A linear function is a function where the highest power of the variable is a power of 1. When drawn, it will produce a straight line. The general form of a linear equation is y sama dengan a plus bx, where a equals intercept, b equals gradient or slope. Intercept is the intersection point between the linear function and the y-axis. Gradient b is the slope of the linear function about the x-axis. If a variable y, y change due to change in a variable x, then it is said that y is a function of x and is expressed as y equal f x, where x is the independent variable and is expressed on the horizontal axis, and y is expressed as dependent variable and is dependent of the vertical axis y. The function can be expressed in the form y equals g x or tc equals fq, where q is the variable x and tc is the variable y. This is penggambarannya. Characteristic of the linear equation. First, if a lebih dari 0, then the line will move from bottom to top right. If a kurang dari 0, then the line will move from top left to bottom right. Third, if 1 tidak sama dengan 2, then the lines will intersect. 4, if 1 equals a2, then the lines will be parallel. 5, point B is the y-intercept. 6 is also called tan A. A also means showing direction. General formula for a tan A. A equals y2 mean y1, x2 mean x1. Rumus is formula function linear is f x mx plus c, atau juga dapat menjadi fx mx plus c, atau juga menjadi y equals mx plus c. Well, this linear function will not be far from graphical depiction, so when you have to do it, you have to pay attention to the following steps. Determine the intersection point with the x-axis, then y0 equals 0, obtained from coordinate a, x1, point 0. Determine the intersection point with the y-axis, then x equals 0, obtained from coordinate b. Connect to point A and B so that they will form a straight line. A linear equation which is then written as y equals ax plus b. If b has a positive value, then the linear function will draw from the bottom left to the top right. Alright. If b is negative, then the linear function will be drawn from the top left to the bottom right. If b is 0, then the linear function will be drawn by a linear parallel to the flat x-axis. Some application of linear function in economic and business are A. Demand function, supply function, and market equilibrium. V. Market equilibrium for two kinds of product. C. The effect of tax and subsidence on market balance. D. Cost function, income function, and break-even point analysis. A. Consumption and saving function. F. Of national income determination model. Demand function, supply function, and market balance. So I have a 3 point, like first, request function, second is offer function, and third, market equilibrium. Point number 1 is the demand function shows the relationship between the equity of a product demand by customer and the product price. In economic theory, it is explained that if the price rises, the equity of good demand falls, and vice versa. If the price falls, the quantity of good demand rises, so that the graph of the demand function have a negative slope or sloping to the left. This is what is this diagram? Is it the notation for the demand function for a go x is qx equals f px, qx equals a min b px, or px equals a or b min 1 or b qx, where qx is quantity of product x demand and px price of the product x. A and b is parameter. This is example fungsi permintaan. P equals 50 minus Q. So like this. Point number 2 is supply function. The supply function shows the relationship between the number of product offered by producer for sale and the product price. In economic theory, it is explained that if the price rises, the quantity of goods supplied increases, and vice versa. If the price falls, the quantity of goods supplied falls, so that demand function graph in positive slope. The notation for the supply function for go x is qx equals f px, qx equals min a plus b, px or px equals a or b. Point number 3 is market balance. The market for a type of good is said to be in equilibrium if the quantity of a good demand in the market is equal to the quantity supplied. Mathematically and graphically, this is shown by the similarity. QD equal QS or PD equal PS. Namely, the intersection of the demand curve and the supply curve. Market balance of two kinds of product. In the market, sometimes the demand for an item is influenced by demand good. This can occur in two or more related products, subtitled or complementary. Subtitled product, for example, rice with wheat, kerosene with LPG gas, and another. Meanwhile, a complementary product, for example, like tea with sugar, cement with sand, and so on. In this discussion limited to interaction between two types of product, Mathematically, the demand function and product supply function are interaction have two independent variables. The two independent variables are affect the quantity demand and quantity supply. One, the price of the product itself, and two, the price of other related products.